I feel like relationships are super hard. You have to find someone that you're like best friends with. What do you think?
During Kanye's long Twitter tirade, he name-dropped Larsa Pippen, which had many fans scratching their heads. We'll explore her friendship with the Kardashians and figure out what could have been the source of some recent social media unfollowing.
I love that you're so close to me right now.
I know.
So fun, right?
If you're a fan of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and let's face it, who isn't, then you might remember that Larsa Pippen has made guest appearances on a couple of episodes, and Larsa was even hoping for her own reality show for a while called Big Pippen, which never ended up airing. But how did she get in good with the Kardashian-Jenner family? Although they haven't shared an official how we met story, Larsa has been seen spending time with Kim Kardashian since all the way back in 2012. It seems like there are few people that the Kardashian-Jenners don't have a connection with, so this isn't super surprising. While Larsa may not have been the most well-known of their friends, it definitely seems like they were close for quite some time. In addition to showing up and occasionally busting a move on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the family spoke about their relationships with Larsa, and they seemed to be rather close. In 2014, Kim referred to her as a friend in a blog post and added that she always called Larsa for parenting advice and had so much to learn from her. This was back when Northwest was still an only child, while Larsa was a mother to 4 kids with her now ex-husband, Scottie Pippen. But we'll talk a little more about that tumultuous marriage a little later on. Not only did Kim call Larsa her best friend, but she also described her as the most positive person she knew and clearly valued her input on raising kids. We also saw them dance together on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but you may have missed it if you were too distracted by Kourtney's fabulous Gucci outfit and the fact that she wore heels. Okay, so even her friend Larsa couldn't convince Kim to dance, but to be fair, Kourtney couldn't do that either. Larsa wasn't a frequent guest on the show, unlike some other Kardashian-Jenner associates, but she frequently popped up on social media with the stars. It wasn't unusual to see them all spending time together. Although these photos have since been mostly culled from social media lately, Kim even had a nickname for Larsa, claiming that she called her Mrs. Rogers because of her relentless positivity. Not only was Larsa close to Kim, but she and Kourtney seemed to be even better friends and were often seen spending time together, plus Larsa was frequently invited to family gatherings. There were even rumors that when Scottie first filed for a divorce, Kourtney was there to help her good friend out, both emotionally and financially. There were rumors that Larsa was being bankrolled by her friend, a story that she later described as so false. Kourtney seemed to joke about the idea on social media, and even Scottie's legal team told E! News that the story was incorrect. Sometimes friendship means sharing fun times together, and it definitely looked like these pals had plenty of joy together. But then there are the difficult times, and on one occasion, Larsa was forced to be the bearer of bad news for the Kardashian-Jenner family. Just how bad are we talking here? Well, it involves easily one of the most scandalous moments in Keeping Up with the Kardashian history. And no, we're not talking about Kendall Jenner's Pepsi commercial. Who could forget the family finding out that Khloe Kardashian's then-boyfriend Tristan Thompson had cheated on her with Kylie Jenner's then-best friend Jordyn Woods? Kim certainly hasn't forgotten about Tristan stepping out on her pregnant sister, but have you ever wondered how the news got out? Larsa was the one who called Kim to tell her what happened after her friend Jason Lee gave her a heads up about the situation and that he would be making the news public. She didn't want the family to find out from the tabloids, so she made a very difficult phone call. At first, Larsa said Kim didn't believe her.
She was like, no way, there's no way. And then we called Kourtney, and Kourtney was like, yeah, I believe it.
If Larsa was close enough to the family to make such a difficult phone call, then why are there rumors that this friendship is long gone? It all started out when Kanye West had a campaign rally after announcing that he was running for the office of President of the United States. Afterward, he took to Twitter, creating some confusing tweets that he deleted shortly after. He talked about knowing nefarious people, and in separate tweets he simply named Drake and then Larsa. Some fans were left wondering, Larsa who? While others wanted to know what Larsa Pippen could have possibly done to earn Kanye's ire. This prompted some social media sleuthing, which uncovered the fact that the members of the Kardashian-Jenner family were no longer following Larsa for some reason, and had unfriended her over a week before Kanye's campaign rally. Kanye West hasn't elaborated on why he name-dropped Larsa, and his family doesn't seem to be opening up about the matter either. But Larsa did have something to say on her Instagram stories, even though she didn't mention the matter directly. She addressed the fact that the general public has been temporarily fascinated with who she's following or not following on social media, and called herself blessed as a result. She claimed to be focused on her children, fitness brand, and real-life relationships, and suggested that everyone else find peace in their own lives and focus on what brings them happiness. Which kind of seems like a lengthy way of saying no comment while promoting her new fitness brand, so we have to give her credit for her hustle. Hey, they say no press is bad press. Since Larsa isn't spilling any tea on the situation, let's take a closer look because there are some pretty clear clues that something is going on. One major factor could have something to do with Larsa's love life. During his Twitter tirade, Kanye also called out his own wife, Kim Kardashian, claiming that he had been trying to divorce her for years after she was spotted at a hotel with Meek Mill. He implied that the two had met under the guise of discussing prison reform, and Kim had been inappropriate, while Meek Mill stayed respectful. There have also been cheating rumors surrounding Larsa, perhaps most notably when she was married to Scottie Pippen. The two had been married since 1997, but in 2016, there were rumors that Larsa was getting too close to rapper Future, and that Scottie wasn't happy about it. Soon after, Scottie filed for divorce, but immediately withdrew the petition, and the couple tried to work past their differences. Larsa vehemently denied having an affair, but regardless, the couple actually did divorce in 2018. Could this have been why Kanye mentioned Larsa's name, since he also aimed a similar accusation at his own wife? Or could it be the fact that Future isn't the only person Larsa has allegedly cheated with? Jordyn Woods came clean about having inappropriate contact with Tristan Thompson, but she's not the only one who was accused of doing so. One fan tweeted that perhaps Larsa had also been involved with Tristan, which might have seemed like pure speculation except for the fact that Jordyn liked the tweet. This could have just been her stirring the pot, but it would explain why the family suddenly unfriended Larsa and failed to acknowledge her 46th birthday for the first time in years. However, there's a much less scandalous possibility that does still involve Tristan. Remember how we said Larsa was the one who broke the news to the Kardashian Jenners about his indiscretion with Jordyn? Well, they weren't the only ones she talked about it with. Larsa also discussed the situation with the media, claiming she and Kourtney had been suspicious of Jordyn and Tristan before getting confirmation that they had crossed the line. She also told TMZ that she thought Kylie should evict Jordyn, and apparently all these comments didn't sit well with Kim Kardashian. The Kardashian Jenners aren't strangers to reality TV, but they prefer to release news on their own terms and don't take kindly to those who spread gossip about them. Since they trusted their friends to keep Kylie's pregnancy a secret, you know the bar is set pretty high. Larsa speaking out about the situation and using it to bolster her own fame could have easily irritated the family enough for them to kick her out of their lives. This could very well have been the straw that broke the camel's back, since there were incidents before that seemed to hint at a strain between these now former friends. Let's not forget that Larsa and Kourtney once had trouble in paradise, or at least close to paradise, since they were vacationing in the Turks and Caicos. On what was supposed to be a girls' trip, Larsa invited some guys from Miami to join them and didn't seem to pick up Kourtney's hints that she wasn't impressed. Not only was Kourtney upset that Larsa changed the vibe of their vacay, but the incident highlighted that they were at different points in their lives. Khloe pointed out that while Kourtney is usually confident and assertive, she often struggled to stick up for herself when Larsa was around. There was a ton of friction on the trip, and eventually Kourtney confronted Larsa, accusing her of being judgmental and a bully. This definitely brought their differences to light, but after talking over their issues, Kourtney confirmed that Larsa was still one of her best friends, or at least she was when this happened back in 2019. This could tie into something which E! News reported, which is that the family simply grew apart from Larsa over the years. Apparently, an insider on the situation said that Kim has been focused on her family, law school, and running numerous businesses, which leaves her little time for friendships. Page 6 claims that Kim and Larsa are still pals, but they're just not as close as they once were, which could explain the unfollowing, but doesn't seem to merit Kanye tweeting Larsa's name. But then again, sometimes it seems like only Kanye can explain his own actions. Earlier we mentioned that Kim was upset about the fact that Larsa spoke to the press about the situation with Tristan and Jordyn, and this could tie into a popular theory about why their friendship has fractured. Some fans have accused Larsa of hanging around Kim and Kourtney as a way to boost her own level of fame. If this was something the family was worried about for a while, then the Tristan-Jordyn incident plus them naturally growing apart could have culminated in the end of the friendship, or at least a dramatic scaling back of it. As for Larsa, if she really was trying to elevate her own fame by hanging out with the Kardashian-Jenners, then it seems like it worked. Amidst all the drama, she signed a huge contract with Pretty Little Thing, with a rep confirming Larsa will see a 6-figure paycheck as a result. She may have only lasted a single season on The Real Housewives of Miami, but it's clear that no matter what her social calendar looks like, Larsa is doing just fine. Do you think the friendship between Larsa and Kourtney is over for good, or will they reconnect later on? Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and make sure to click on the subscribe button for more new videos from us here at The Taco. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.